Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the stream. I had a little oopsie-doosey bumpty bump there at the beginning. Saw that? That would be great. But besides the fact, I just want to say, hey, thank you so much all for being here. Yeah, it's that time for the Muppins Show. Roll it. Oh yeah, I said AZT, you're welcome. Woohoo.
Spell happiness without the Muppins Show.
I love that right there. That's gonna be the new t-shirt. Let's get into it. The Muppins Show, where science and facts and random news makes sense. This is gonna be a short one, but it's sweet, but there's a lot of data, a lot of info I want to show you guys. Here it is. IQ scores are getting higher, but are humans actually getting smarter? So this is actually just a recent study that was, go ahead and pronounce out. They said over the years, essentially humans have been getting smarter by just a few points ever since the study was out in like the 1960s or whatever it was. So this increase was around 3 points of IQ per decade. We're technically living all amongst geniuses at this point. There's actually more geniuses there are here today than there were obviously back in the day, because obviously the world's population, which they didn't even actually talk about that at all. So that was interesting in the article, but I'll share with you guys the good stuff. Researchers suggest there's even what's known as an IQ mortality. I know what you're thinking. So whereby smarter people often live longer. So if you're dumb, you're gonna dumb. If you're smart, you're gonna live. That's just how it is. But the thing is that the test that this actually includes is it didn't include like personality, emotional or social intelligence, things like that. It was strictly based off of the IQ test itself, which is basically a collection of data if you're smart at it or if you're not, and just how to basically deductive reason to figure out the answers over and over again. So, basic level genius. Yes, of course. So where do you fall into that category? You can find out yourself by taking that own IQ test. Again, though, there's different types of intelligence out there circulating the world, because it's not only just smarts with the IQ as a standardized general test, but there's also for personality, creativity, for humor, emotional, social, things like that. There's actually, those have their own categorized intelligence. And even what's different than that, wisdom is different than intelligence. Mind blown. Yeah, that one got me pretty good. So next, mosquitoes have landed out into Florida. Whoa, okay, hold on. Let me back up. Let me show you the image. That's a mosquito up there. Genetically modified mosquitoes have been released in the Florida area, according to sciencealert.com. Biotech firm Oxitec has released genetically modified mosquitoes in the Keys. So what's this doing? They're trying to stop the mosquito population from regenerating and growing in that region, specifically the disease-carrying one, by stopping the reproduction. So basically they're putting out a bunch of studs out there with duds out there. And then that's basically that happened. It fell 90% last time. Aegypti populus, that's the type of mosquito, fell 90% in their areas over in Brazil and the Cayman Islands. So it was a successful test. Finally, Florida people can go back to the beach, back to the pools, back to the ponds, fight some gators, things like that, things of the sort, so on and so forth. Let's get to the last part. The favorite thing that most of you are probably gonna like is cats. There was a study, a public study actually. So what a public study is basically a scientist runs the study but asks the general populace to be part of the study. So to go ahead and put this in scientific terms, it was a citizen science study performed during the pandemic to see what cats would do to sit in illusory boxes, which means it's not illusionary, because that'd be completely not real. But illusory means that, like, if you have, there's a corner over here, there's a corner over here, there's a corner over here, there's a corner over here. So I'm technically in a box, right? So if you put down 4 corners of a piece of paper, it makes a box. So the cat owners were required to film the cat's responses in a controlled condition to avoid the animal's behavior. They were told to be out of the area or to not be themselves and like dress up and do weird stuff and things like that. So out of the 500 people that were chosen, the citizens that were helping out with this cat study of do they sit inside of boxes or not, and was it a myth or legend, shrank down to the size of 30 citizen participants that completed all the tasks necessary for the scientists to get the data needed, which confirmed 100% at that point that The study was labeled, "If I fits, I sit," says the AK acronym, whatever you want to put to it, that a cat will basically guaranteed freaking sit in a square that you draw on the freaking ground. Or if you tape a square and put it on the ground, a cat will go and sit in it, because it's just something to do with like the mental something. I don't know. I'm like, blah 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 blah. There's a bunch of stuff in there, and they're like, yeah, the cats were originally set to do the same thing without their boundaries. Blah 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 blah. But yes, I fits. If I fits, I sits, and that's what happened to the kitties. The kitty cats. Meow. The kitty cat. With a meow 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 meow. Yes, because they're always getting into boxes. But now they're just sitting in squares. You can put down a piece of paper and cut a square inside the piece of paper. The cat will sit inside of it. If they can fit inside of it, they will sit inside of it. But if it's larger than that, they won't do it. Or smaller than that, sorry, if they don't fit. So for business inquiries, if you guys want to go ahead and get any sort of swag or swaggerware, or want to get a discount on any sort of swag on any of the sites that are posted that have the Muppins collections, there's also the Muppin Art Collection, also the OG Collection. You can just message me directly at waylandentertainment.com, where I'll go ahead and help out with some discount, because no one should ever pay for full price. And for those who want to tune in live, go to twitch.tv/Muppins, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Arizona time, because Arizona don't care about time zones. And lastly, what do you want to see? And what do you think about today's show? What about the topics? Let me know in the comment below. Or just go and type it out right now, because I'd love to hear any sort of feedback. If you'd like to support the show, you can support by liking and subscribing here to the channel and to the show. And also follow just for more information, be part of it. But heck yeah. So that wraps up the Muppin Show here tonight. And trademarked. Heck yeah, let's go to one of those credits though. We're done here. Okay, that's done. Well, goodbye, lights. Thank you. Don't forget all the fun things we got. If you want to check out Wayland Entertainment for any sort of business inquiries, or we're doing all sorts of things. If you want to upload your article for the Muppins Show, there's so much good stuff. Don't forget, gonna be doing some giveaways and some freebies and stuff like that once we get Fluff Up Boomin', which is the card game that I have designed, created, and contracted with a artist to go ahead and put that whole thing together. And we're actually finishing up with the filing for the actual artwork with the manufacturer, get everything in order to go to mass print. So we're gonna be getting a demo copy soon. But anyways, until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one.